Alright, welcome back to The Adolescence of Bookworm Anime Review, episode number 8. This will be the last video for a while for this one. I'm not putting the series on hold, it just basically I'm going to wait a little while before I work on season 2 and 3. Because of course I need to head back to Ninja because it's been 3 weeks. But the next anime I'm going to go through is going to be Slayers. Yes, I'll start that as soon as this one's done. So, here discussing basically the OVA that season 1 had. I forgot to do this last video. My Final Thoughts season 1, really good season. Yep, I think Rhea Barr herself did an excellent job. She does an excellent job voicing Mine, and I'm looking forward to basically watching next seasons when I get a chance to. What happens in these two? Mine doesn't really play a role in the first half of this. Second half she does. Here's the weird thing. In Japan, this aired as a special. As basically straight. Not like a two-parter where it's released here in the US. The first half focuses on two characters who are from the light novels. Yes, the light novels. And their names are, if I could find their names here, here we go. Excuse me. I know one's Eckhart. I think his name is, because these two are, first one's called the Excuse Incognito Operation Downtown. Where we have Eckhart and Justice were basically attacked by Ferdinand to learn about Mine. Now, in the case of two of them, Eckhart doesn't like the smell of the downtown. He has very terrible nostril. At one point, he actually steps in horse poop, and he vomits. Yeah, we find disgusting. So he basically is in the end. Eckhart Justice proceeds to disguise himself as a farmer, look around, of course, ask about Mine. Of course, by the way, first he stopped by the shop Mine works at. Mine wasn't there, he was just looking. He didn't do anything per se, he just looked. Then these guys, of course, people asked about Mine, of course, found about her father, and the shop per se, and, well, they go look around the marketplace, and then just by a weird coincidence, Justice just happens to go to the very booth that Mine went to in episode 1 of the show, and she saw that very book. And he just looks at the book, and then he buys it. Yeah, the book that she really wanted back in episode 1 of the show. And from what I read, here's something interesting about that book, because it was mentioned in the first episode that Noble had to give up because for collateral. So Justin basically bought the book. And here's something interesting, though. That book belongs to the family of, I kid you not, Eckhart's wife. Yes. Actually, it was just his wife, is his wife's family. I think it was. Yeah, it belonged to the family of Hedemund, the wife of Eckhart. His late wife. You're like, that is interesting. Yeah, it belonged to his wife's family. And this happened. This was revealed in a fan book. Yeah, a Q&A with the writer, Maya Katsuki. She revealed this. I'm like, that is actually quite interesting. And that's kind of it, what happens this one. There's not much else that happens here, per se. Not really, no. First that. Second one's more interesting. Where Mine is invited to, well, she's more summoned to visit Karina, Otto's wife. And so, Turi wanted to meet her because basically it's an idol. And of course, well, Mine's mom goes with them, and of course the three of them go, and they visit the place. And one thing I did note though about this one is that Bino has got his hair shining glossy, right, because he's using that shampoo. So And of course, basically, they show off the dress, basically, Maya wore back because what she want to look at, and the hairpin, and she wouldn't buy her, but basically wants those exclusive rights to basically sell at her store, but basically she would make them. So, then of course, basically, she proceeds to negotiate this with her brother, Bino, which is the first time in the anime these two have ever shared screen time together. Yes, Karina is in fact Bino's brother, which means that, Otto has only shared screen time with Bino, but never his sister. Never. So, Mine decides to negotiate, and of course, basically, her mother and sister are like shocked the fact that her negotiating tactic is like, oh my gosh, a little girl, like a 7-year-old girl can negotiate like this? Apparently she can. So, then Turi, and of course, Mine's mom, Eva, proceed to, have a chat. And of course, Turi wants to become a seamstress like, of course, Karina, because she's her idol. It's like, all depends on skill. And then, of course, basically, Mine comes along and says, we finished negotiations. Yeah, one gold piece plus 2 other small pieces. Like, okay, oh, well, that's it? Wow. Surprised you got that. It's not a ripoff, basically. And then it's revealed that Karina is pregnant. Yes. And somehow, like, wait, when did Mine figure out the fact that she was pregnant? I have no idea. But I'm guessing it probably Bino. He probably told her that she's pregnant. And by the way, this comes from a short story from Volume 3 called Visiting Karina. Now, that's from Volume 3. But in the case of the first OVA, that's from a short story in Volume... Believe it or not, Volume 9 of the series. You're like, really? Volume 9? Oh, yeah. Volume 9. Yeah. As for why they adapt this for the anime, I have no idea. The other one's fine. I have no problem with the other one because that was from a short story from one of the books adapted for the season, but I don't... Well, the only reason I could think of, probably the reason why they included... they decided to adapt this story, probably as a preview for... maybe that they're going to feature in a future season. It's possible that's probably the reason why. Just up to connect, oh yeah, the guy basically debuted here, and then show him later on. I'm like, okay. Interesting. That's probably the reason why they said adapt this Yellow makes sense. This one, well, it's just a theory on that matter, but all in all, really good OVA. I enjoyed this one. Okay, so that's pretty much a particular video. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn notifications. Well, I'll come back to this after when I got my break from my Sentai. Well, basically after I watch Slayers and go back to Nanger and start Boom Boom Manger. And I want to break from Boom Manger. This will be hopefully the first anime I watch because I really enjoyed this. So I'll see you all in a bit for my review for Slayers. Okay, next video.